Well, here we are. My first trip to one of my favorite breakfast places, Gabby's Florentina Homes. So I'm in the, I gotta get a name for this baby, blue baby. So far so good. This morning's gonna be a little bit special. I'll tell you when I get in there and get seated. Buntag. Hi. Nakita mo yung bagong limousine ko? Bagong limousine.
I watch your vlog.
You do? Oh, thank you. Kasi may awak sa asawa ko eh. Kailangan umuupo sa likuran ng chariot. Okay lang yan. What did you say? Asa kong kape? I've been here 5 seconds already. Wala pang kape?
We'll finish there in 1 minute.
Okay. Been here 5 seconds already. No coffee? Well, this morning, look, it's going to be a little bit different because if you followed me before, you know that I use this website called iTalki, and it's getting language tutors. So I found a language tutor, Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. But what caught my eye was that she's from Wuhan. You ever heard of Wuhan, China? Center of the coronavirus, supposedly. So I sent her a message that I'd like to get some Chinese lessons from you, but mainly I wanted to know how you're feeling, how you're doing. She says she's doing fine, except she'd like to go outside. They're confined to their house. So I'll learn more about that. The lesson starts at 9:30, and right now it's just a little after 8 in the morning. So I was going to stay home, and then I thought to myself, why can't I just do the lesson as long as I've got Wi-Fi? I should be able to do it on, any place. So this is kind of a private place for me, but we'll see how it turns out. Only thing is I have to use a microphone here for Skype because they don't hear me that well. Okay, well, when I get set up, and then I'll bring you into the conversation. Man, I hope I'm hearing hammering in the back or outside. I hope they don't start hammering when I'm on this call. The extra interesting thing about this call, this lady that I'm going to be talking to, a young lady, she lives in Wuhan, China. So if you watch the news any at all, Wuhan is a very special place. So I'm going to ask her how she's doing in Wuhan. When I first introduced myself last night, I just sent a very short message, and she said She really would like to go outside because she's been inside the house for a while. I guess they're quarantined in their house for who knows how long. But this is just a short introductory lesson. It's only 30 minutes. Most of the lessons are half hour. Yeah, this is only 30 minutes. Most of them are half hour. Oh, golly. Most of them are 45 minutes to an hour. 4 minutes to go. Oh, boy. Okay, so when we start, then I'll make you wait 4 minutes. I'll turn on the camera when she starts. So, most important, how, ni hao, shanti, nida, shanti, your health is how? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, how. Hey everybody, just pulled in to the house here, and as I was leaving breakfast at Gabby's this morning, young man there having his breakfast said he recognized me from my videos, and of course I'm curious to know what's his story. I mean, he's a young man, about 30 years old, and he'd been here a couple weeks, I believe he said. But the interesting thing is, he's heading back tomorrow, but he goes to Manila, and then he flies to South Korea, and then I think he said he goes to Vancouver, and then he goes to his home state. But the very curious thing, he said he had heard that Manila was going to lock down on the 15th, and his flight was just, I don't know, I just seemed like it was within a half an hour of midnight on the 14th. So he's hoping that he can get out of Manila, and then he goes to Korea, and then he's hoping he can get in the States because he just he would be going to Vancouver, I guess, coming from South Korea. So there's several bad scenarios, and I said, man, I wish you could keep me updated, and he said, I will. So we exchanged contact information. He's going to let me know how his trip goes, because I'm very, very curious about if he gets out of Manila, if it's supposed to be so-called on lockdown on the 15th, and if he can get into where he's going. I'm pretty sure it's Vancouver, but I might have misheard, coming from South Korea. So I'm very curious about his situation, and I'll keep you updated too. And I told him if it's okay that I kept everybody up to date, and he said, yeah, sure. So I don't want to give his name yet, because he said he wanted to see his family when he got there and not make them worry about when he's coming home or what his travel schedule is. So wow, this coronavirus is just something else, isn't it? Anyway, I feel good. Gloria feels good. Everything cool here in Dumaguete, and I will say that I'm not noted for being all knowledgeable about things here. We just kind of go through our daily routine one day at a time, and but when I do hear things like this, I'll be sure and let you know. All right, talk to you later. Bye.